I received an email recently about the 12.1 homework exercise set in which the book was asking about, or the online program was asking about, a stem leaf plot. And so I was told that in my instructional videos I didn't mention a stem leaf plot. I know many have figured it out by using either the book resources or the homework resources of Help Me Solve This or the online videos, but I thought I'd create my own video just to make sure that it's well understood. What a stem leaf plot does is it breaks things in, if it's a single stem, into groups of 10. So for example, in this problem, this is one that I copied down from the 12.1 homework exercise set. I believe it was similar to problem number 9 in that homework exercise set. So this is just like the 12.1 number 9. And so as I look at this data set, I see numbers that are as low as like 8 or 6, but as high as in the 30s. And so the stem would say, okay, you have some that have zeros, ones, twos, and threes. So these are like the 10s. And so this would be what they want in that first little bit, right? That first left-hand column. So this represents things that are less. The 0 represents things that are less than 10. This is the 1 part of the 10. This is the 2 part of the 20s. This is the 3 part of the 30s. And so as we build this, you would establish what the categories are and then just go one by one. So for example, the first data point that I see is 12. Well, that goes right here because it's a 1 followed by a 2. The 24 puts a 4 right here, right? So taking care of that. 16 goes here. 7 has a place back here at the 0 level. So that's why there's a 0, is because there's no 10s part of it. This is just the number 7. So if I put it together, 0, 7 is just equal to 7, right? 1, 2 is equal to 12, right? And so we get that nice, let me erase that really quick. We get this nice buildup. So it's that easy. There's nothing grandiose. I do not think that there's a constraint to put them in numerical order. They do want you to put commas, though, to separate them. I've seen students miss it because they use dots or don't put a comma. So we're going to put commas in there. So after this 7, we get to 26. So 26 is down here. So now it's 4, 6. 10 puts a 0 here. 27 puts a 7 there. 22 puts a 2 in that 20 column. 18. And what happens in this process, 17, 6, 22, 18, 38, 23, 12, 26, 10 would put a 0 here as well. That takes care of that whole next line. And then I get a 21, another 10. Oops, did you see what I did wrong there? Let me go back. I got a 21 and I put it in the second area, but it needed to go in the third. So let me back up. A 21, another 10, an 8, a 24, a 12, and we're just really careful. A 31, a 28, a 14, and a 22. Okay, and so what it does is it organizes the data. If we did arrange these from low to high, so if they did want you to, if you find that you missed it, take a look at the directions. If it does say to go from low to high, this is still a good starting point. But if it wanted to go from low to high, we'd have 0, 6, 7, 8, 1, and you want to keep everything 0, 0, 0. So I got rid of these 3 zeros and no 1s, but there's some 2s. 1, 2, 3 2s. And you just be very methodical. I don't think you have to do this. Most books don't, because what you want out of this is a good picture of the distribution of the data that also keeps track of the numbers. I'll finish this one. Then it looks like there is a 6 and a 7 and a couple of 8. So that's what it would look like if we did that piece right there. So this is what 12-1 number 9 would look like, also number 10. I do remember talking with the student that there was another question as well. So I'm going to erase this stem leaf plot really quick. Let me just come back in here and tell you about something else that happens. Sometimes they want you to have, let me just get rid of these boxes. They ask for you to have 2 leaves per stem. Okay, so let me write that out. So if they wanted, get the pen back here and maybe make it red so you know it's different. If they wanted 2 leaves per stem, what that does is it just spreads everything out. This groups it in 5s. Right? This one grouped it in groups of 10s. Here's what was happening in the 10s, the 1s, 10s, 20s, and 30s. So if you have 2 leaves per stem, then you essentially have double these. You have 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3, 3. I was hoping to keep that up as well. So what it does is, in this first column right here, are ending values of 0 to 4. In this second column here are ending values of 5 to 9. So for example, if I look at the data, now here's this stem leaf plot right here, the top one has the data. I could go back up to the beginning, but I've already figured it out. Notice that in the 0 column, there's nothing that is between 0 and 4. So nothing goes into this first one, but the 6, 7, 8 go here, again in any order. If I go to the 1s, what's going to happen here, we'll get a split. So I'm just going to go left to right. The 2 should go into this first one, but the 6 should go into the second. The 0 should go into the first one because it's 4 or less. But the 8 should go into the next one because it's 5 or higher. The 7 should go into the second one. The 8 should go into the second one, but the 2 should come into the first one. The 0 should come into the first one. The 0 should come into the first one. The 2 should come into the first one. And the 4 should come into the first one. And so it breaks it up just even a little bit more. If I do these 2s, I'll put a line in here so it's trackable. Got a little bit close there. Actually, let me just fix that. Let's get rid of these lines. I'm going to space this out a little bit more because we can. 2, 3, 3. So with this first 2 right here, I'm going to just go left to right. Hey, the 4 goes in the first one, the 6 in the second one, 7 in the second one, 2 in the first one. Again, why is the 2 going into the first one? Why is this 3 going into the first one? Because the first one has numbers 0 to 4, right? Right here, 0 to 4. And the second one has ending values 5 to 9. So after I put that 3, then I see a 6, which has to go in the second one, a 1 in the first one, 4 in the first one, 8 in the second one, and 2 back in the first one. And then with the 3, it's a 1 and an 8. And again, it takes this data and spreads it out even more. So you could have 2 leaves per stem. I've never seen 3 leaves per stem or 4 leaves per stem. It really is... really is just 1 or 2. And so this one's in there, but it's very easily done if you know the rules. And again, the Help Me Solve This would have done that. The Show Me an Example would have shown you this. And also the instructional resources that are in my math lab that are pretty powerful would show you this as well. But I'm glad that somebody reached out to me because I didn't realize that I didn't have this in there. And so now it is there. So if you have questions or concerns, come to the Zoom, but hopefully this helps.